Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing us how to create social media flyers or any type of flyer at all you want to create. There are different flyers here. I'll just look for one. Okay, let's say this one. Let's just say this one, so don't spend so much time creating this, but you're going to apply the same technique, the same standard I'm going to apply here to any other flyer you're creating. So very quickly, I'm just going to right click on this now to copy this image to my CorelDraw. So I open a new page and paste my sample design here. So shift and F2 to zoom to selected, reduce the size and move it to this space. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to zoom in this screen to page. I'm going to create this square box, which is the first thing I'm going to do. Select the rectangle tool, place it here, hold down Control to draw a perfect square. If I don't hold down Control and release Control, it won't give me a perfect square. So when I hold down Control, it gives me this perfect square. So I'm going to drop this here right now. The next thing I want to create now is this blue line, this blue shape kind of. So very quickly, I'll just draw something like this over here, then go to shape tool to curve the edge. I want to curve this edge right now, so I'll go to shape tool, I'll select this point, hold down shift and select the second point. The next thing I'll do is to drag this in, just pull it in till it gets to your desired curve size. This is not okay still, so I'll keep moving till I just make it touch exactly. So this is what I'm trying to achieve. The next thing I want to achieve right now is to select the color here and drop it. Ordinarily, when I pick a color from my palette, I may not get this exact color. So what I'll do is to select the color eyedropper, just pick this tool here, place it on this. It's going to pick the exact color, which is there. You can see the color combination RGB, R1, G114 and B187. This is the color code as well. I can copy the color code and get the same color, so whichever way. So I'll just pick the color right now, then pour it into this container. So that's one way. So I'm going to remove the outline by right clicking on this here or right clicking on this. That's how you remove the outline. So the next thing is to create this section here, this section right here. So I'll draw my tool as usual, rectangle tool, place this down here, then draw a rectangle maybe to get to this point, then I'll drop it. Select this shape tool again, but this time around I just want to curve one edge, so I'll just place on this one angle here and pull it inward to get something like this. You can see, but if you look at this now, I think there is still a stretch right here. So okay, so I'm going to Control Q now to convert it to curve. Select the shape tool, then move this forward, so you can see it. Just move it forward to achieve that desired shape. So when I'm done, I'll just drop this tool. I can click on this to reduce it. You can see that. So the next part now is to create the one on top. So the same process, select your rectangle tool, take it all the way, then maybe drop it here. So same procedure, let's zoom into it. Select the shape tool, click on this edge alone, drag it in, drop the tool, Control Q to convert to curves, select the shape, then you drag this one forward to achieve something like this. Then we can drop this tool, then let's zoom to selected. Let's bring this in a bit. So you can see where we are so far. We can give it colors right now, so let's pick the color. drop this tool here. So you pick the color eyedropper, pick this color. I think this is the color we had before, but let me just pick it again and pour it here. Pick the second color, use the color eyedropper again, pick this color and pour it in here. So I'm going to remove outline for these two shapes. Remove the outlines. So you can see right now. So let's zoom back out. So I want to create all the shapes available before I can start typing. Alright, so the next thing now is to draw this. So it's the same way. Click on this rectangle tool, just draw a box, then click on shape tool and you curve the edge. Just that simple. We'll give it the same color which we have here. Remove the outline again. Then this section here, these are just circles, small tiny circles that were created. So let's just do that quickly. Select this circle tool, hold Control to draw the circle, give it a color, remove the outline. So pay attention to this now. So what I'm going to do, let me zoom it in again for clarity. Yes, so I think I need to increase this circle a bit more, like this. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate it, or let me bring in a ruler as a guide and place this here. Use the arrow key to move it slightly. Okay, then probably create another one here. This is just for me to mark where the next ball will stop. So when I Control D, that's moved up. Then I'll just come and drag it and drop it somewhere here. Good. Then I'll Control D now to duplicate more, to create more. I don't need to do it manually again. So when I click this, to keep on creating in the same dimension. So once I've gotten the number I want, I will stop. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to highlight it, then press E. What E does is to align it horizontally. So having done that now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to group these circles. So I'll right click on it, then you select this, Ctrl G, or you can press shortcut Ctrl G. Then the next thing is to now create it downwards. So Ctrl D again, bring this here, then another Ctrl D to create it, to create more of it. So now you can see these are not aligned. So I'm going to select this first one, hold down Shift to select the second, select the third, then I'll press C to align it vertically. So this is how you achieve something like this if you're finding it difficult to create. So I'm going to now move it into my own design and just place it somewhere here for now. So the next thing we're going to do, I think that's about all the shapes. Okay, the circle here, no problem, I'm going to fix that now. I think that's about the shapes here. So this tiny thing you're seeing here, this is just letter X. This is just capital letter X or even small letter, whichever one. So just type X. You can flip it, or you can even use plus. You can use plus. You can see. You can just flip it whichever angle you want it to be. No, this is not X, this is plus rather. Flip it whichever angle you want it to be. So I think they use a tiny font, something like this. You can see it. Then they gave it the color we have in the design. So we're just going to duplicate this now, take it to our own design, just place it randomly, Ctrl D again, then maybe just change the angle of this one slightly. So that's how you create that. So the next thing we're going to do now is to create this circle. We're going to create the circle right now. So let's zoom in, then use the circle tool, that's the ellipse tool. We're going to draw this here. This is the inner circle, that's the one that contains the humans, the pictures of these humans here, these women here. So I'm going to duplicate, or Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste on this same position. Then I'm going to increase the size of the second one to be this big. Can you see that? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to do under Ctrl C and Ctrl V to create the third box. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V, then I'll increase it again. So you can see this now. The one in the middle, I'm going to put the picture. Then this one's here, I'm just going to add colors to them. So let's just get an image we want to use for this. Let's go to online and say woman in an office. Enter. So you can see something close. So let me just use this. So if you're looking for HD pictures, let me quickly recommend places where you can get HD pictures. You can get HD pictures from pixels.com. You can get HD pictures from Unsplash. You can get HD pictures from FreePic. So these are places where you can get, even on Blasts, on Splash. There are many of them. I'm going to drop the links to this website in this the link in the description below. I'm going to drop the link in the description below so you can access all of them for free. There are stock images you can get for free. But if you need packages, I have some I can just send straight to you. You can just reach out to me. So let's say I want to work with this picture. I don't like the quality of this picture. So the next thing I want to be showing you when you're looking for a picture on Google, whenever you open a picture search like this, click on these tools right here. Then you come to this place where you have size. You click on it, then you search for large size. That's where you get HD pictures for free. So you can now look for the one you wish to use and just download it. So let me work with this. Let me click on it. So you can see the size 2000 by 1334. That's the dimension. So I'm going to right click on it, copy the image, then go back to my CorelDraw. I'll quickly paste it here. Oh, it has watermark. It has watermark. I can't use this picture. Don't use a picture with watermark because copyright will come for you. But for the purpose of this training, I'm just going to use it so I don't waste so much time searching for another picture. But don't use a watermark picture for your official designs. So I'll just reduce the size here and find a way to just power clip it into the smaller circle. So the next thing I want to talk about now is layers. These circles I drew now, they are different layers. If I want to access this inner circle, I cannot get to it because I have this one already covering it. So what I can do is to pick this line here. Just pick it, just tap on the line. If you don't tap on the line, you won't be able to pick it. Then I'm going to page up, shift and page up to bring it to the top so I can access it and power clip this picture. The same thing with the one in between. Tap on the line and select it, then page it up. Click on this again and page this one up too. So this way now I can access the circles simultaneously. So I want to power clip this picture into this first one now. So I'll drag with this right click and drop it right here, then power clip it. So you can see, having power clipped the picture in the circle, you're going to right click or just click on this here and say fit proportionally. So this is now going to fit it in perfectly for you. So the next thing we want to do now is to give white color to the outermost circle. So just pick it, then come here and place the color right there. You remove the outline. So what we're left with is this second line here. So we can just add the blue line there by clicking on the blue outline. Then we double click here to increase the outline. So change the width to maybe 10 points if that's okay. So let's click on this and behind fill, then okay it. So let's see how far we've gone. Okay, our own line is too thick, so let's just reduce that and say maybe 4 points. Let me see what it's going to look like when I'm reducing it. 4 points. 4 points is too thin, so let me say 6 points or 5. Let me just type in 5. Let's see. Enter. I think this works. This works. but this is a different color. I think this is the second color, this is the second blue. Okay, so this is it. So the next thing now is to type in the text. Type in the text, which is digital agency, digital marketing agency. So you can see I'll click on font here to change the font style, or let me type Montserrat. For the record, this is my favorite font, Montserrat. Okay, so this is it. I'll increase the size slightly to have this. So I want to give it colors individually, so I'm going to Ctrl K to break the text apart, then give it this shade of black, not so dark. Then for this I give it the blue shade, then agency, the same shade of almost looking like gray though. So that is it. So I might just close up the space here slightly, maybe 1 2 3 4 5, and I'll do this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. All right, so I need to align this properly, so I'll just move this way to align with this curved shape I have here. So if I'm not sure if it's aligned, I can just go here and drag in another ruler to align this properly, so you can see. So always check for alignments. Let's check this. So you can see it always be sure your work is properly aligned. So for the text, I can just get any random text. Let me just see if I can just get a random text for this. So I'm just going to copy this, then zoom in again. So to type this type of text here, you're going to select the text tool, then you don't just click it, you're going to draw it to create a text box like this. Then you paste what you've copied. When you paste it, you highlight all, then change the font to maybe a light font. Then you might want to increase the size of the text box to contain everything you have, maybe like this, or better still, to reduce the fonts, reduce the font size from here to maybe 10 points. I think this text is too much, so let me just cut it here. So that's how you bring in text to your design. So this is too close to the edge, so I'll just move it down. Then better still, move this down. So in this order, I can duplicate this here now and bring it down to type in the second part of the text. So let's just assume, let me zoom in to see what I'm doing. So let's just assume this is it. Full stop, enter, enter, and capital W. So let's just assume this is what we have in the second section. Then let's zoom out again. Alright, you can see how our flyer is coming out now. So if you have your logo, you can just bring it here. So let me just use this logo which I just created in our previous class. Let me take this one here, copy. Okay, it's grouped. Ctrl U to ungroup, copy it, Ctrl C to our design, Ctrl V to paste, reduce the size to fit in, then just drop it somewhere here at the top. I think it's still too big. I'll reduce it, then change the color to white so that it's going to fit into our design. So you can see how it's coming out now. So the next thing we're going to do is to bring in this background. So I'll go online again and just say maybe white stripe background, white stripes background, and let's see if we get something close. Okay, let me search for more. Okay, let me just work with this so I don't waste so much time on this. So I'll just wait for it to load up. Okay, this is good. Right click, copy image, go back to our CorelDraw, then paste the image. Shift and F2 to reduce the size, then power clip it into our design like this. Then I'm going to fit proportionally, then I'll go in there and make it a bit transparent. So I'll select the image, go to transparency tool, then make it transparent so it doesn't disrupt the original text on the background. So finish, then let's zoom in and see what we have so far. So you can see what we have so far right now. Then you can just type in your phone number and bring in the call icon. So let's just type in a random number, +234 9052 878143. Change the font size to, okay, font style first, then font size to maybe 12, then bring it down here and drop it. I think this is too long, so I'll just have to reduce it. Then probably reduce this one too. Okay, then maybe I'll just increase this to 14 since we still have space. Alright, so I'll move this in here slightly, then give it a white color. Then I don't know what's typed down there. Okay, call. Let me just zoom it in. Call us for more info. Okay, but I'll just write my website down there, www.g6global.com.ng. I'll just put it down here, change the font style to this light font, reduce the size to 12. Good. Then I'll just place it somewhere down here. So I think I'll need to reduce the size further for balance. Good. Then white. Okay, so this is where we are. So the next thing I want to do now is just get, I don't know, maybe I'll just get a call icon and just put it here. So I'll just go online and type call icon and search. So you have many of them, so I'll just pick any one I like. So let me just pick this and see if I can work with it. Okay, let me download, save image. Oh, I can't work with this. It's a web image. Oh, should I work with this one? Save image. Oh, still a web image. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to steal it. So I'm going to copy this, go to remove BG. Okay, so remove.bg is a website that helps you remove backgrounds automatically from your picture. So that image I just copied, I'm just going to paste it on this website here, or you click on this upload image if you've downloaded it to your computer to upload it. So I'll just paste this right now. So it's going to scan it and remove the background. So as it is now, I can just download it without background to my system. So I'll just show in folder. So this is our image right here, so I'll just copy it then straight to my CorelDraw. I'll paste it right here. You can see it's very high quality. So I'll reduce the size. When I reduce the size, I'll just bring it down here. Then I'll zoom into this place. So I don't just want to leave it like this, so I want to just create a box for it. A box like this. Then I'll curve the edges like this. Good. Then I'll click on this call icon here bring it up with page up, give this color here, give this box here a white color, remove the outline, then give this probably this color, the shade of blue. Oh, I can't change the color of this call icon yet. So what I have to do now is to just trace the outlines, trace bitmap. So that way I can now delete the original, then change the color of this one. Good. Let me see the shade of blue. Oh, okay, I think this works better for me. So I'll just place it in the center and we're good to go. So you can see what our design looks like right now. You can see it's almost looking like this. Let me fit it to page so you can see. It's almost looking like this anyway. So the next thing we want to do is to just create something like this and just place the design on it. So let me switch this to landscape mode. Double click on this to create that shape behind. I'm going to group this image, or let me not group it yet, let me just reduce the size. Good. Then place it somewhere here. Let me bring this close so you'll be seeing my screen properly. Shift and F2. Alright, so I want to now create this demarcation behind this. So that is very easy to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this, Ctrl C to copy it and Ctrl V to paste it. Copy the wrong stuff. Select this again, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. So I have two of this box right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select shape tool, Ctrl Q to convert to curves, and let me give it a color first so you understand. Give it this color, then convert to curve, then double click on this side of it to share this into two. So that way I can bring up this design now to the top by saying Shift and F2, or Shift and page up to bring it to the top. Then this side of this shape, now I'm going to give it the ash color so you can see it. So I'm going to remove the outlines for both shapes. Click on this, remove the outline. So you can see what it's looking like. But I feel this is darker, this shade of ash is darker, so I'll click on this now, edit, then I'll reduce the transparency or increase it. Okay, let me reduce the transparency. Let me see. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, I think this works better. This works better. So now the thing we need to do now, you can see that this design is looking as if it's popping. It's looking as if it's popping because of the shadow effects right here. So all I'm going to do is to select our own box here, then go to shadow, then drag this all the way down to create that shadow effect. So you can see we're done with this design. So you can just have a look. So you can see what it looks like. You can see right now. So with this now, you've been able to create this same design. I hope you can see it. We've been able to create the same design without copying. You can see we've been able to replicate this design exactly as it is. We can just choose to increase the size of this if we want to, because I just noticed ours is a bit small. But with this, you can now recreate any design you find on the internet, or if you're able to create your own ideas for yourself, you can just start creating. So if you got value from this, please hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment this video so you can get to all other persons out there. So I'll see you in my next video, guys. Thanks for watching.